Hey, peace, everybody. Hey, we back in the building. Y'all see what it is. We're gonna be an open building, man. We're gonna be sending out the link to all the usual suspects, man. Shout out to the tribe. um, yeah, we're gonna talk about not only the 420 bill we just had that got cut out and stuff like that or whatever, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about a lot of the current events things that's going on in the world today, man. We're gonna talk about that. Hey, we got Ty Data in the building right now. Ty, what's up? People hear you right now, Ty?
What's up? Yeah, they should be able to hear me right now.
Okay.
I think I'm coming in low as hell, but yeah,
Shout
they can hear me.
Try.
What up? So we got the link out there, open mic. I'm just gonna be chilling.
Okay. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, this ain't really for debate, nothing tonight or whatever. I don't know unless y'all really want to. Let us know. Hold on a second.
What's going on? We also got the link to Tribe Up News at the top. Definitely check them out in the morning. Bones McCoy and Coach. And I forgot the other comedian name. I forgot his name. But they had a nice little week. Subscribers is growing fast. And yeah, it's up there, man. It's finna be right up there with Fox and CNN, man. They're gonna have the dopest news show you ever seen when we get done with it. So definitely check it out in the beginning stages so you can grow as they grow. Carl Victoria Frost in the building, man. We got some late birds. Where everybody at tonight, man? Creek running water. Big Nasty in the building. What up? Oh, you like that? I think that's a brother Bones McCoy. Yeah, that's some of that. Let me see which beat is that. I believe that's
The Wonderful Entertainment.
Wonderful Entertainment's right there.
That's what's up. Shout out to Bones McCoy, man. Yeah, Bones, we gonna definitely put some work in, man. Be on the lookout for the project we're working on, man. If you got beats, you got the rhymes, whatever you do, man, holler at us, man. We got we're working on a project called in the Hood coming soon, man. So be on the lookout for that. We got a lot of feedback right now, Ty Data.
I just cut it off.
Okay. So yeah, man, shout out to Sword of the Truth, man, in the building. He probably been sliding back through. It's the same link too, right?
Yep, same link. Yep.
Yeah, if you listening, bro, just hit the same link, man. And y'all know anybody want to come on, man. If you can't hit the link in the chat room, let us know. We'll send you a link. Oh yeah.
Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the back chat too. Put the link in the back chat. I'm just chilling, man. I ain't really got nothing to talk about. I'm ready to get shit going.
What'd you say?
I said I'm ready to get shit going. But I'm gonna put the link in the back chat, man. Definitely. I don't know what's been going on, man. What's been going on in the around the neighborhood, man?
The what?
What's been going on around the neighborhood? I don't get too many pop-ups because I don't subscribe to many people. So
somebody else or mimic
like what we talked about earlier.
what somebody else is doing and the way they or try to sound
I mean, really, bro, they butt hurt, and like you said earlier, we moved past that argument, man. We moving on to the other people,
yeah.
So that's what was about last night.
Yeah, they had their chance to crush and to crash and do whatever they wanted to do, but they couldn't do it. So They can find them some little aboriginals to, somebody out there, a little struggling channel, or I mean, we all struggling channels, but some new channels, some new channels. Maybe they might find them somebody they can, get a win, a victory on, some little, maybe that'll help their numbers or something. I don't know. But we ready to put this in overdrive. So
yeah, man. So like I said, man, we're gonna talk about everything tonight, man. So shout out to everybody who's listening in. Anything y'all, I don't get to share things. I'm be grinding too. So there's a lot of things going on in the world today. Well, Ice Cube just dropped a record too, y'all. Shout out to Ice Cube.
Like 60.
Hey, he just dropped. So I don't know. He just dropped an album.
Somebody grandpa got an album out and shit.
Yeah, he is a grandpa. He just had he says O'Shea Jr. just had a baby. So shout out to them for that, man. And he said he got a great life, man, and he's passing that life on generationally, man. Shout out to Ice Cube, man. One of the greatest, man. One of my top 5, dead or alive. So shout out to Ice Cube, man. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check the album out. So
Yup, that's who that is. Bones McCoy, Wonderful Entertainment. Definitely check that out. And you can also catch him on Tribe Up News. The link is the link is up there. The first, if you slide up there, the very first link, you can subscribe there. Definitely.
Yep.
So did everybody get their notifications? Cause I noticed for some reason on this channel notifications don't really go out too hard. Yeah, man, but that was crazy, man. The DJ with the gummies, man. That was pretty classic, Chief. Oh yeah, we live.
That nigga said, hey, man, for real. Nigga be like, let me borrow your chain.
Yeah, what up? Yeah, what up, Creek Runner, man? You can come on in, man, if you got something you want to chat about or something, man. I think Chief busy as hell, man. I don't even think he doing the show, but I think he just want to be on. But we do got Carl Victoria in the building. What up, Carl? You seen the new little bill we working on, man? We trying to get that new. We trying to get those motherboards out the deal. I know you heard about that. But everybody else walking around philosophy fighting, we over here building. It's gonna be hard to fight philosophy with building. And if you're gonna go out and interview people who's building instead of building yourself, that ain't gonna cut it for too long. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to start building. What up, man? We got another brother on the panel. Creek running water. Running water. What up? So let me see if we can get into some videos or something, man. Chief Holiday gonna be in and out, I guess. We'll try to run some videos or something, or come back in the morning or something. Let me see. I got some silent weapon for quiet war documentary. What is that about? We can check this out. If they don't flag us, let me see. Man, they got dinosaurs and shit. Let me see. What is this about? Oh, this old as hell. Silent weapons for quiet wars. Let's check it out.
Enabling connections, bioengineering, brain-machine interfacing, small world math, sensor-based, body area networks, personal area networks, future of networks, from infrastructure to fabric, to the Internet of Things, the communication fabric, data as the fabric ingredient, emerging, evolving behaviors. Future of processing, distributed and or clumped, aware and or emerging behavior, cloud and or fog driven, approximate neuromorphic and quantum computing. They have abstracts listed on each topic, and one of the aspects of this meeting that was so interesting is that
this is IEEE, Technological Future Death Traps. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's something Tenkara sent me. It seemed pretty weird, but I guess ain't nobody saying shit, so.
And many others. I wanted to go over some of the notes that I took during this meeting and just some of the high points so that you can get a flavor for what was discussed. Caltech. The speaker indicated concerns of human species reaction as all of these technology changes as a human threat. And I have to say that some of these speakers did not speak English very well, and we had a very difficult time understanding what a number of them were even saying. But there was a speaker from Stanford discussing healthcare. And the first and most important aspect of the future of healthcare will be based around weight management and sleep deprivation. They say sleep are main drivers. So healthcare, weight management, and sleep deprivation. They're talking about creating reimbursement plans and penalties and nanotechnology-based tracking for future healthcare. There also was an FDA warning letter about regulations that I found interesting, that I did pull up later, and I will have that on stopthecrime.net as we develop more aspects of this talk. They talk also about the healthcare aspects, that holidays there are more deaths, and probably they're saying because of family stress. Of course, they're not talking about the fact that generally people are overeating. And then there's the introduction of variety of weaponized spraying
by the way, we're listening
various
to
viruses and so forth.
IEEE.
Talking about
technology,
the future of standardized
future
platforms for healthcare,
death traps,
wearable sensors. The phones will be implanted.
Travels.
And they already talk about how Japan has toilets with sensors. So for those of you that want to learn more about that, you can search that. I found that to be an interesting comment. As far as the future of fabrication, this was a discussion about 3D printing and nanotechnologies. And the time for service robots, the fact that they're now creating robots as waiters in hotels, creating the sense of acceptance for society with this type of increased robotic and machinery interaction with all of us. They talked about how all the governments, particularly the US, are very interested in robotics and the intelligence of machinery. We're in an alternative world, and they say that we have to consider what it might look like if China controlled manufacturing. The world would look very different than if the United States were to control manufacturing. They spent quite a bit of time actually in talking about the demographic drivers and the aging population. And of interest was the fact that China has 50% of the population in China is over 50 years of age. And they also mentioned that the United States baby boomers were 40% of the wealth. And that's important to know.
That's the link to the video I'm watching, man. I'm probably finna go to sleep.
Food
y'all can check the video. I haven't seen it. There's
everyone
some
in the
stuff Tim
world.
Carver sent to me.
They talk about 3D printers and how they can now create and make earbuds that will literally be created to fit in your ear. They can have a custom earbud in 3 hours. And how all of this will affect salaries worldwide. China, the salaries now have increased 350% over the past decades. And now China is becoming higher cost, and so that's why some of the manufacturing is now moving to India, shifting where they can get cheaper slave labor. Talked about how gaming would be a very important skill set for young people here in the country to be prepared for the world ahead of them. That would be a very, very important area of education. Research and development drivers will consist around human-robot interactions, and they really underscored the idea that the new type of manufacturing would take away the dirty, dull, and dangerous jobs. They'll have, with the introduction of machinery and robotics into manufacturing, they talk about the predictable quality, such as in auto manufacturing and in the plants, the assembly lines. They say with humans, they'll have a series of Monday cars, and then they'll have a series of Tuesday cars, because people are not as consistent. And one robot for every 10 auto workers, and they will create consistency. They won't have a displacement between what days humans make automobiles and other aspects of manufacturing on. Again, quite a bit of information about the Internet of Things and how products will be built in the future. They talk about how warehousing will change, distribution will change, and that will be because of the efficiency of robots. That warehousing and density will triple because of robots. The increased use of unmanned aerial vehicles. It was discussed that the U.S. had over 50,000 unmanned vehicles in the theater in Iraq, and that the pilots now will be drone operators. There won't be the need to have pilots trained for flying because of the unmanned aerial vehicles. Something else that I thought was very interesting. The unmanned aerial vehicles will replace UPS. They say 10 years from now, so that would be by 2025, UPS will show up, ask you what you wanted, what your order was going to be, and then they would print it out for you on a 3D printer. They talked about driving, that our kids in the future will not know how and not need to learn how to drive. That will also help the aging population because they shouldn't be driving with all the medications that they're taking. They're unsafe on the roads. So they talk about how this will be a benefit. There will be more people able to travel because the cars will be doing the driving for us. All unskilled jobs will go to robotics and to robots. And that students now that are in college must update their skill set or there will be no jobs for them. Summary on this component of the talk was we're undergoing a revolution due to technology. Now, for those of you that have gone to stopthecrime.net, I urge you to take a look at the NASA War document. The NASA War document reveals how there's going to be societal, absolute societal chaos because of machinery. And it's going to lead to road rage, depression, and more. So I would recommend you look at how this talk compares with the NASA War document.
NASA War document.
A man from IBM talked about robots for humanity, and that already they were able to print these robots on a 3D printer, and they're already in hotels. They can make cookies, and they're called the butler in the hotels, and this is now being marketed. Open source software allows the robotic industry to go much faster, to grow much faster. They're going to be fabricating our biology, organs, hearts, lungs. This will all happen possibly before 2035.
Hold on, let me...
There will be forces that will try to prevent technology, but the technology will win in the long run. And that Silicon Valley, of course, as we know, is moving forward with big players. So what we're hearing here is the corporate structure moving and changing global society and global behavior. It's important to note that IEEE is incorporated. It is listed on Dun & Bradstreet. They're doing business for profit, as most of these corporate agencies that are changing us without our awareness, without our vote, we're being systematically changed. In other words, we're really in a technological death trap as humans without any understanding of the extent of what's occurring. Market forces will drive new standards. Well, one of the examples of standards would be the standards for EMF, electromagnetic frequencies, and those are just simply standards driven by market forces, despite the effects of the impact of pulse microwave frequencies on humans. Because remember, we're not only USA Inc., we're now Earth Inc., and the corporate charters are void of recognizing human life. That is my addition. That's not from the notes here that I took. They say right now we are in the Stone Age, because what we're going to see in 2035, again, human body parts will be made, human spare parts will be made, lungs, liver, muscle tissue, etc. And there will be political issues about robotics, international. They say that the forces are changing mass production.
You watching a video?
This I found very interesting and very concerning. GE said that there's a revolution in technology, that everything will be tracked from the manufacturing of that product to its end use, to its recycling point. They will know where every product manufactured is. Everything will be tracked. Because of this global centralization, languages will be easier to understand between different countries. IEEE owns the Wi-Fi standards and says they do not make any money on it. Again, Wi-Fi standards are frequencies. Barry Trower certainly has a lot of information about the dangers of Wi-Fi in schools. We know that our children now with Common Core are all faced with Wi-Fi tablets, and it's causing cell breakage and a variety of behavioral ramifications, sleep deprivation, which is what they said would be one of the two top health concerns going forward, weight and sleep deprivation. Well, that's what's being created by the bathing of the globe in frequencies. Cell phone towers, antennas, all of our wireless devices. They go on to talk about how ultimately engineering and science will be good for mankind. But there's an alarming lack of trust in society. And when I mentioned the Delphi technique, I certainly wanted to point out on the various tables that we visited after some of these presentations